Yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, hey yo man, we got Kanye West with a conversation with the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna talk about that in a heartbeat, man. Fat Joe admitting he just can't stop. He just won't stop. You know what I mean? We got Russ explaining why the baby hasn't been blackballed, man. We got Diddy coming through. So got another artist murdered, man. NBA YoungBoy's label threatens death on Drewski. You know what I mean? And Lauryn Hill's daughter. Again, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. Hey yo, if this is your first time to the channel, man, be sure to hit that like button if you feel any part of the content. We definitely appreciate that. Hey, yo, that notification bell's waiting for your tap, so go on and give it a tap. And that subscribe button's waiting for your subscription, man, so go on and touch that too. Yo, check this out, man. Kanye West said that when he goes to heaven, he's gonna have this conversation with God. Hey, yo, take a listen.
When I finally go to heaven, I get to talk to God. I'm gonna say, why did you let all these people think I was so crazy? And God is gonna say, well, it was a camouflage. I was protecting you.
Hey yo, that man said God's gonna tell him, I was protecting you, my son. I don't think the conversation's gonna go like that. I think he's gonna ask the God, why did you let all those people think I'm crazy? And the Most High is gonna look at him like, I'm sorry, didn't you wear that White Lives Matter shirt? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is we talking about over here? You know what I mean? I mean, come on, fam. Like, nah, bro. Look, listen. Part of the White Lives Matter shirt thing might be, and if you want more context of the White Lives Matter shirt, then you need to check yesterday's video. Since not too many people watched it, you know what I'm saying? Those of y'all that watched it, though, we appreciate your support big time. You know what I'm saying? But here is the thing. Like, I mean, part of what Kanye did what Kanye did is what we are currently doing. He did something so that we could be talking about it right now. You know what I mean? So, you know, he's having success. Okay. Listen, Fat Joe admits that he just can't quit using the N-word. All right. This is what he said, man. I ain't said it. You know what I mean? Now, hey, look, man. Shout out. Look, I like Fat Joe. I've always liked Fat Joe. I remember the first time I saw Fat Joe, it was, you gotta flow, Joe. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? It was that joint. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, who is this dude? But I remember being in my parents' house, like, watching this dude. You know what I'm saying? Now, Fat Joe was asked about his frequent, incessant use of the N-word. And this is what he had to say. Hopefully it'll play. Take a listen. So check this out, man. I mean, now, the caption of that video says, where am I at? This is always quite and Andrew Jones posted this. He said, this is always quite the conversation, especially for black people who haven't grown up in New York and always wonder, what the F? Has he always been comfortable saying it? Here's the thing, man. And I don't know if this is how this is in other places, but, okay? If you're a Puerto Rican, right? Or you are a Latino, let's say Latino. A lot of Latinos that we grew up with in New York, they would just say it with us. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? In fact, we would say it to them. Hey, yo, what's up, nigga? You know what I mean? Hey, yo, that nigga over there, you know what I'm saying? Look, like that's what it would always be with someone that was, you know what I mean? Like Latinx. Can I say Latinx? Latino, whatever. I don't know. Latina, I don't know. Okay? That's just what it was, man. So I don't understand what the complication is. I mean, I don't think I ever heard J-Lo say it, but Cardi B can say it. It ain't no thing. Miro, he can say it. It's not a thing. Fat Joe can say it. It ain't a thing to us. That's just what it is. So I don't know why anyone is trying to make us now look at Fat Joe differently, because they'll call him a nigga in a heartbeat too. I mean, come on, man. Like, what do you, like, listen, I don't love his explanation though. He said, I've been saying this thing. It's in my DNA. It's hard. Really, seriously. I've been trying to stop. You know what I'm saying? But I've been saying this since I was born. Cut to images of Fat Joe as a baby. You know what I'm saying? Nigga. You know what I'm saying? He goes, if I've offended anyone, that's cool, but I want them to know no one is going to pressure Fat Joe into saying or feeling anything that he loves, that he believes in. No one is going to pressure him into not saying or feeling anything that he loves and that he believes in. I don't love this argument, because there are some people that be like, well, I love to say it too when I'm in the comfort of my home. Listen, he goes like this. This is what he said. He said, do I look like a racist? If someone is really upset about me using the N-word, are you saying I'm a racist? Here is the thing. Those of y'all that are dying to say it but ain't black, okay? Don't follow Fat Joe, okay? Fat Joe can say it, and ain't nobody gonna press him about it. If you say it, someone might hit you about it. You know what I mean? So don't, like, if Fat Joe's been doing it, and ain't nobody had no problems with it, and that's just what it is. Tekashi 6ix9ine, he says it, and ain't nobody thinking twice about it or nothing like that. And you know what it is. They all just calling him a nigga anyway, too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, the listener, okay? You don't say it, because you know what's gonna happen if you say it. You know what I mean? Don't even sing about it. Don't even go on TikTok. You'll lose your job and the whole 9 yards. You know what it is, okay? Please, child, don't get hit by a car. Where we at? All right, look, check this out, man. The artist, what's my time looking like? Let me see what my time looking like over here. I'm sending this to Source super late. I apologize, Source. I apologize. The artist Russ has provided his thoughts on whether DaBaby has been blackballed. DaBaby's album performed 17K. I think it was like the first week or something like that, which technically is a mean number of people waiting outside your door, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. Listen, a 17K, that's not a great opening number, all right? Although you're not paying for this video right here, if our number hits 17K's views a night, we hurting. You see what I'm saying? Nevertheless, Meek Mill and Boosie have said that those numbers are due to DaBaby being blackballed. I, at that point directly to NBA Youngboy. But who am I? You know what I'm saying? Oh, remember that NBA Youngboy video from yesterday? Tell me that wasn't crazy. Anyway, indie artist Russ has stated this. This is what he said. I like when Russ talks because he be making sense. He goes, quote, "I just want to give my 2 cents on something in the industry. No artist is blackballed unless they cut off your Wi-Fi, remove your social media accounts, and take your music off of all streaming platforms. You are not blackballed. If you are famous and can still tell your friends, hey, I'm putting out music, then you're not blackballed. Fans will listen to your music or they won't. It's that simple." I 100% agree. He goes, also, if you're a famous artist and you need playlists in order for people to listen to your music, how real are your fans? Why don't they support you regardless? We're giving too much credit and power to the DSPs and not enough power to us, the artists, and the fans. I know for me, as long as I can tell my fans, who is this? As long as I can tell my fans I'm putting out music, I'm straight. I'm not entitled to any playlist, nor do I need them for my fans to listen to me. That's why they are my fans. Close quote. And look, every time that dude speaks on this topic, you know what I'm saying? As an indie artist, like, it's facts. You know what I mean? Yeah, that dude is smart right there. And look, I just finished listening to Diddy. All right? I know it's Diddy, but still, the man, like, say what you want about Diddy. And I be saying a lot of things about Diddy because I feel like I don't always like fully love the guy, right? But there's something about him that rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is. But here's what I will say, okay? The man knows what he's doing in terms of how he did what he did, okay? He did not get to his position like haphazardly. The man knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about when he's speaking on the industry. Diddy had a very important, interesting thing to say on the Breakfast Club. Hopefully this clip will play. Take a listen.
The conversation that's happening now, people feel like they're being blackballed, you know, not being on the playlist, things of that nature.
I'll say one of the biggest problems right now is the algorithm and the way the whole game is set up. The game is set up for, white corporations to actually, like, decide on what's hot and what's not. And this is a fact. These are white-owned corporations. iHeart is a white-owned corporation. Apple's a white-owned corporation.
Spotify.
You know what I'm saying? Apple is Tidal's half and half. You know what I'm saying? But Tidal, if anything, would be the truest for the artist. But the algorithms that's set up is set up in the playlist. Those decisions are being made by people that never made a hit record. So it's like Charles Barkley sitting there talking to Skip.
Hey yo, I believe 100% what he said. He made it very clear. A lot of the industry is not controlled nor owned by us. Okay? Not even the music listeners a lot of times. A lot of times they're just feeding you what they think you should like. And that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably a large reason why we have a lot of drill artists or music that is super negative. Yeah, I remember watching, I think it was called I forgot what it's called, The Social Experiment? I forgot what the show was called. But it was on Netflix and it was talking about social media, and it had people from, you know, the tech companies and stuff like that. And one of the things that they were saying is that a lot of what trends is negative news and negative information. That stuff fits the algorithm. And I know that's why, like, when I see we have certain titles, those things, it brings us to the top of the charts. And then when our titles are not as gruesome, and then it's just not. You know what I'm saying? I did an accidental story on Sue Surf getting RICO charges. That joint was like one of our #1 videos out of the last 10 when we dropped it. It was an accident. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it was, but the title, it pushed it to the top. So that's how the algorithm tends to work. Negative information flies off the handle. Diddy was saying, yo, man, a lot of these people, it's just white old people, or maybe just certain people that, well, he said white. That's what he said. Okay? But, you know, there's a lot of white people that buy hip hop. Matter of fact, I mean, look, white people are 73% of the population in the United States. So you know what it is. But he just said it's a lot of people that are nowhere near they're not outside. You know what I'm saying? They're not us. Okay? They are these other people that are not outside. They don't do what we do. They don't like what we like, but they tell us this is what you should like. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Rich Homie Quan on the Math Hoffa show that said, man, they get paid more money when we die. When we make music that kills us, it's better for the industry. You know what I'm saying? Let me do my shout outs real quick. I think, yeah, we got shout outs on deck. All right, look. We ain't gonna be before you long because this is late, man. Apologies again, Source. Goddess Infinity came through and said, look, I don't listen to any R. Kelly songs in my household. Bow Wow needs to speak for himself. Every time I hear R. Kelly, I envision him violating and singing to children. Gross. And look, that's how some people are. Some people are just visual thinkers. Are you a lefty, Goddess Infinity? Because, you know what I'm saying? For us lefties, we very visual. And here's the thing, I feel bad for her because she not only envisions him singing the songs to children, but she also envisions him violating them. You know what I mean? Look, it sucked to be inside of your head, Goddess Infinity. I know, well, let me not say that. The one came through and said, how can you be called Celeb Source, but you're too lazy to know and research Akbar V? Or 5, whatever it is, and all the stories you're talking about. And for the record, Nicki is better than Cardi B. Thank you very much, the one. You know what I'm saying? Go sit somewhere now. Now look, Doug and 804. Doug and 804, we family now. You know what I'm saying? We family. He said, yo, Celeb, we be fighting. The whole vid yesterday was fire until the last 5 seconds. He says, no, you cannot control being gay, those feelings. But what we as gay people can control is how we reflect ourselves to self and others. Rethink that. Let me think for a second. Listen, Doug and 804, this might be one of those moments, right, where we may agree to disagree agreeably. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think we see face to face here. You know what I mean? To me, sexuality is nothing like race. And I actually kind of dislike the fact that people try to make the two synonymous. You know what I mean? Like they're the same. I could not choose my race. I do believe when I think of the word choice, you can choose to do a thing or you could choose not to do the thing. I think what it sounds like you're saying is you can choose to, my bad. It sounds like you're saying, I can't choose whether I like vanilla or not. Ice cream. I just do. And it's at this point, I don't know. I mean, can you choose whether you like a thing or not? I think I understand what he's saying. It's kind of like, someone once told me, they said, hey, yo, they said, Celeb. They said, if you closed your eyes and someone did whatchamacallit, and you didn't know who was doing it, you'd probably still enjoy the feeling until you opened your eyes and realized you didn't like what you saw. And I got what they were saying, and I was like, please don't talk anymore. I don't want to hear another word out of your damn mouth. So maybe this is what Doug in the 804 is saying. Saying, yo, you can't help your feelings. If something feels good, you can't control the fact that it feels good. But I don't know if being gay falls into that category. I don't know. Y'all help me out in the comments, because I might be wrong. I might be wrong on that. But I think I cannot equate the two. You know what I'm saying? You cannot control how you in your race. But I think that with your sexuality, I think that's a little bit different. You know what I mean? But I'm always open to, you know what I mean, your thoughts. So please let me know in the comments below. You know what I'm saying? Me and Doug are not seeing eye to eye here, but I want to hear what y'all got to think on that. You know what I mean? But I guess I'm saying, Doug, you ain't convinced me. Wiley Hydro came through and said, I ain't gonna lie, man. Celeb, I be loving when you stumbling and stuttering and effing up your words and starting over in this. My lady and I wait for you to F up, but it's out of love. Word? It's like that? Shout out to you, Wiley, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you and your lady. And lastly, Dream Unrealistic said, yo, Celeb, man, you brilliant. Yo, it's about time somebody told me that. He said, Celeb, you brilliant. I recorded an audition tape. I'm working on just being myself. You inspire me. Oh man, yo, that means a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope you achieve all the dreams that you have, man. You know what I'm saying? And keep your dreams super unrealistic, man. I think you're gonna do great things, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to you for that, man. We appreciate you saying that. Lastly, man, MMP movement, man. You say you still waiting for your shout out? Well, here it is, man. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? What's my time looking like over here? Oh my gosh, I'm 19 minutes. I'm gonna run through this next one, man. All right. Listen, can you believe another artist has been murdered in LA? Like, I don't know what it is about LA. Like, is it being in LA? Is LA cursed? Is it being a rapper? Maybe it's being in a gang. I don't know what it is. Okay, there are people that live in LA and they don't get killed, so it can't be that. Is it being a rapper? No, LA has been had rappers that haven't been killed. Is it being in LA as a rapper? I'm sure there are those that fit that criteria who haven't been killed. What could it possibly be? Might it be the gangs? Listen, another artist has been killed. This artist's name is Half Ounce, okay? This artist, sadly, was shot to death in Koreatown. The story is horrific. Apparently, he was walking with somebody while he was on the phone with his pregnant girlfriend, and a SUV pulled up and shot him up, you know, and murdered him, okay? Listen. You know what I be thinking about, man? The artist that's listening to this story right now, whose death I'll be covering next. That's what I'll be thinking about. Look, if you're in a gang, okay? If you're in a gang, all right? Expect your story to be next, okay? Look, that's the only thing I feel like I can always trace it back to, man. There's a lot of drill artists. Look, there's a lot of drill artists that are too stubborn to jump out the drill genre. So, sadly, their death story is incoming. Are you catching my drift? You like, but Celeb, how could they avoid it? Listen. Here's how you avoid it, okay? Jump out of drill. Jump out the genre. Because it looks like, I think it kills you. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. Or the gangs or whatever. I think it's kills. When the street lights come on, take your drilling dumbass inside the house. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to say it. I'm not even talking about the artist that passed away anymore. I'm just saying, if you are a rapper and you are involved in gang activity, when the street lights come on, take your behind in the house, because they want to kill you. You know what I'm saying? And the more exposure you get, you know what it is, man. You know what I mean? Like, we don't even gotta, I don't even gotta say it in English. You know what I'm saying? Listen up, man. You know what? I'm gonna cover this story tomorrow. And finally, I'm gonna end this one on a sad note, on a super sad note. Listen, Twitter has come for Lauryn Hill's daughter, Selah. Now, in case you ain't know, names mean things, okay? I tell my students this all the time. When I talk about things with my kids and my students, sometimes I add their name. I'll be like, yo, this is what your name means. This is what your name means. This is what your name means. You know what I'm saying? The name Selah, it means to pause and think about what you just read, or pause and think about what you just said. That's what Selah means, which makes it super funny that she, along with, as Diddy calls, Karen Owens, he said, because Candace is too black of a name, so he said Karen Owens, and Kanye West. He's not thrilled with any of them. I said, man, this is the first time I think I feel like I like Diddy. My bad. Selah right? Lauryn Hill's daughter has wore the White Lives Matter shirt. Now, as we said yesterday, all lives are super important, but people treat the black lives like they don't matter. This is why we have to come out with this Black Lives Matter thing. What the slogan should have been was Black Lives Matter too. I saw somebody said that in the comments yesterday. The slogan should have been Black Lives Matter too. Like Black Lives Matter also, you know what I'm saying? So listen. What did she say? She said she was super upset. Lauryn Hill's daughter rocks the White Lives Matter shirt along with Kanye West, and folks are not thrilled about that. One person came through, the hood historian said, Lauryn Hill's daughter and Bob Marley's grandchild out here cooning with Don the Son. You know what I'm saying? Lord have mercy. You know what I mean? Neonce came through and said, Lauryn Hill's daughter, aka Bob Marley's granddaughter? That's actually insane. This new generation of celebrity kids are terrible. Another person came through and said, just 2 years ago, Celebs Marley's ad was marching in them streets, dodging bullets and choking on smoke grenades for George Floyd. Now, she putting on a White Lives Matter shirt for Kanye West. I know Bob Marley is flipping in his grave, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man. A lot of people feel the same way, man. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. And she actually decided to chime in on the whole situation. You know, she got her own thoughts about the situation now, because everybody's been jumping down her throat about it. Where's her response? Let me see if I can find her response. All right, boom. This is what her response said, man. I got to make sure I send this. She said, the past 24 hours has allowed me to realize that most of y'all are stuck in a hive mind mentality. This is so ironic. She goes, you do what the group tells you to do and think what the group tells you to think. Witnessing someone break free from the agenda sends you all into such a panic that you will do whatever it takes to force them back into the box that you feel they should exist in. Incredible. How lost can you be? All morale and empathy is eliminated due to the fact that you feel justified by your emotion. The victim becomes the victimizer. You cannot bully me, manipulate me, or coax me into silence, nor will you bully me into being who you want me to be. I don't care how many tweets you make, DMs you, or articles you write. Throughout all of the chaos, I have yet to speak on my experience. If you know me, you know that nothing I do is without deep thought and intention. You know what? She said, wait till you hear what I have to say. Close quote. Whatever you got to say, it ain't gonna be deep. Anybody that talks about, hey, look, I am super deep, I am super smart. These are not the words of smart people. These are not the words of deep people. Okay? Whatever she's got to say, it ain't gonna be dark. It ain't gonna be deep. It will be dark. But it's funny, it ain't gonna be dark. I guess I meant that. It ain't gonna be deep, I'll tell you that. I'm just letting you know right off the cuff, okay? She might as well have told us I'm a very smart. She might as well have told us I'm a stable genius. Anyway, oh Lord, she said she shared a text that Kanye West sent her, where she asked him to help her explain to the black community why she wore the shirt. Okay, this is what was posted. Ooh, this is gonna be a long one today. He sent her something. She says, hey, Ye, is this your actual number? This is Celebs, by the way. You may be sleeping, but I think that what we did has obviously created a lot of conversation, and I would like us to continue that conversation and provide the necessary depth and clarity that we're both extremely capable of. I love taking risks and embracing freedom, but in this case, I think we could continue to discuss the depth behind our decisions to show the purity of our intentions and provide healing to our community. How are you going to heal the black community? Yo, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. And yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.